Wrestling it factor. Wayne B, I got this. Let's go. No cap, no gimmicks. This a May show. Ringside pop when I drop that blow. Belt on my waist like chrome on chrome. Tell me what you think, feeling like RKO. Niggas like I'm Randy Orton on hard ass pavement. Yo, no scripts, no gimmicks, just engagement. Street slam heat shit, that's pop. See that girl on fire? Kiera Hogan, slide kicking bitches like Hulk Hogan knows best. I'm top tier, no time to rest. Mic in hand, I'm built for press. Backstage fire, I walk with heat. Swerve through smoke like I know face to feet. No tap outs, just gold I collect. Trap ring queen, I'm next. I'm in the ring where the legends roam. Trap ring queen, this is my throne, bitches. Top rope jump, now your cover's blown. Mic drop hit like a grindstone. Wayne B lit and now the crowd just flex. Bar for bar, I demand that check. No tapped out, I rise from Rex. Trap ring queen, I'm next.
Welcome to Wrestling It Factor Radio. Yes, we back on the air with a very special guest. He is the future of pro wrestling. Also a pop star. Also a product of WWA 4 up at ATL and making splashes all over the indie scene. Give it up for Kavon Laflare.
What's up, man? What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to Wrestling It Factor Radio.
Sure.
Yes, we finally got you on here, and I definitely like your wrestling matches, and you remind me of a younger Leo Rush when he first started.
Thank you.
Yes,
I consider that a compliment. I've gotten that a lot. I've actually lied and said that Leo was my cousin to someone before. Shortly after I told I was lying, but
yes. He also into music also. So
yeah.
Yes. It's amazing. And what's your thoughts on Trent AR Fox being one of your main trainers?
Oh man, Fox, man, he's the real deal, man. He's the GOAT. It's funny. I wasn't someone that was really big into indies. You know, I was born in 2000. I grew up with WWE. I thought ECW and WCW was just a product of WWE. Like I didn't know nothing until until the early 2010s, like 2013 or whatnot, when New Japan started like blowing up on the internet, and it kind of blew my mind. And unfortunately, I wasn't too familiar with Fox until I got to the 4. However, and I was like, oh, I've seen this match. Oh, I've seen this match. Oh my God, I've seen his work. And just he's like, I don't know, he's like a freaking gold mine when it comes to just asking any question, and he always has like a funny way of answering stuff, and then he always ends with like, but it's whatever. So it's such a, I don't know, he's such a cool dude that you can really just like ask anything, and he's open to train anyone. And you know,
yes, yeah. And he definitely also he was there, also was trained by the legendary Mr. Curtis Hughes also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he's definitely so many wrestlers came out of WWA for like Moose, Kiera Hogan, Owen Knight,
Theory.
Yep. Dressum also. He's another very good technician. Also, it's just the list goes on, and
Mhm.
that's one of the top wrestling schools in Atlanta.
Yeah. I would say for environment's sake and for the just ability to just show up and get to work, it is the top. Like there's no judgmental. There's tons of people that ask me, how do you even get into it? And I say just pull up, ask. You can ask me. You can like I pretty much answer my DMs all the time. So I'm like, you can ask me, hey, is there any training today or who do I need to talk to? And I'll just say, hey, just come in, get started, see if you like it, and everything else is just going to be smooth sailing because that's how it was for me. Um, I just looked up one day wrestling schools and I just showed up and took my first bump and it was like, oh yeah, this is what I need to do. So
Right. Yes. Yes. Mm. Which wrestlers did you idolize um, in the business today from or in the past?
definitely Shawn Michaels. I mean, like Shawn Michaels had like he was like the definition of aura, or ring in ring ability, like everything. Sean, AJ Styles, Brian Danielson, Kenta is like my goat for real when it comes to just how he does like from his work when he was younger in Noah to now his later work. His when he decided to do a lot more heel stuff with Bullet Club, like all of it. Finn Balor, of course, going back to Prince Devitt, Kenny Omega, like just all these guys as just like what I like to call they were real hoopers. Like they would just say, "Screw it, we going in there and we're making a banger, no matter if we're the first, no matter if it's the debut match, no matter what." And so those were definitely my guys.
Yes, they definitely a good list right there.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's like wrestling training is no fun and games out there. It's like, um, and it's like wrestling is the same. I think the same comparison as football, with the same injuries. Also, you have those collisions. Also, so
Yeah.
no fun and games.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like a lot of people don't even understand. Like I mean, my first like 2 months in training, I done like hyperextended my my arm. So now I'm over here working. Like at the time, I'm working in a warehouse with freaking arm hurting, going straight to training. Like nah, I got to get this going. But it's definitely a real thing. I done dislocated my wrist earlier this year. Um, I mean, some people are built with tough skin. Been doing martial arts since I was like 8, so I've been kicked a lot. I've been punched a lot. I've done tour stuff, so it's kind of like, oh, it's not really a big deal. But then you have to, that drive to want to continue. You have to kind of like calm it down because it does it can really take over you. Like if I don't wrestle in like a week or two, I feel like, man, what am I doing? So,
Yes, I remember back in the day when I was training and I had that a separated shoulder and even a sore back, and it wasn't no joke, and it took me a while to recover, and
yeah.
so I just no, I just gave it up when I went back to another wrestling school, and this was in 2011, Gilbert's Academy in Maryland, and
Mhm.
another an injury right there happened right there, and dislocated shoulder, and I had to think twice right there. It was my family and I didn't at the time I had a very well job that was protected from you
Yeah.
know with those like government contract benefits. I rather kept that. I had to choose just to walk away.
All right.
As in and I just like how more people be watching the reality of even what WWE is doing right there, even with um the L their training reality show on
Yeah.
yes on E
The
and
LFG.
yes
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people really gotta like they tend to hear it, and it's like one of the first things that I always hear. Well, are you actually getting hit? Is it actually real? I'm like, I mean, yeah, you see me limping. Like I have a bruise right here from my match with Neji Ichiban on Friday, where he chopped like a couple pounds off of me, and I'm like, yeah, there's things that actually happen. Did I did something stupid. I did a gourd buster off the top rope, and or off the top. Me and my opponent at the time, Jimmy Darren, did a gourd buster, and instead of me landing flat, I land on my right knee. And now even when I try to do like certain stuff, like certain workout stuff, I have to remember, oh man, I can't stay on my knee too long. And I'm like, it just happens. You kind of just learn to live with it. But accidents, injuries, like it, it happens, and your body is on such a your body's on a percentage, and when you go through life, no matter how much you try to like be as careful as you can be, the percentage is gonna go down regardless. And wrestling does speed it up, but I don't know. We ball. I don't know.
yes. Also, what's your memories of your first ever wrestling match debut?
Oh man. Okay, I have two. One was a dark match. It was right before. So every Thursday, the WWE floor has a Thursday live. I'm plugging that because we're gonna have one tomorrow, and um, it's where all the trainees, all the students or whatnot, they get their reps in before they go out to the indies, and it's been such a great ground of just testing stuff, because it's like, if you mess up, you mess up. It's a school, but you know we try to be as professional as like top condition of wrestling as possible. And my first match was a dark match versus someone called Dio, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, and even Fox kind of joked after I was done. He was like, "Man, I'm sorry I put you out there." And I was kind of like, "Bro, I was gassed out. I was tired. Um, it wasn't great. Um, Also, who I was going against wasn't the most experienced to lead a match, so it was kind of just like, But my official first match on the that I have, like, on a live stream or on a recording or whatnot, was a 5-way match. It was me, Alexander Quinn, who you interviewed, KJ Valentine, Don Cameron, and Jay Tyler. And that one I enjoyed a lot because I figured out how, like, scramble matches work, how like all the multiple pieces moving, like how easy honestly it is. And that one was a good match. I was able to do some cool moves, figure out who I want to be as a wrestler, my striker, high flyer. I tend to lean to more towards the striker because of my martial arts past. So so that was a match I can say like, oh, I can look back at it and say, well, this was my first one, and it wasn't as bad as other people's first, but it was bad.
Right. Yes, it happened like that. It happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you're always gonna look back at the your most recent, especially like in such a young career as mine. Like I've only been wrestling for 10 months now, and every match is gonna be, oh, this is my new favorite match. It's like with music. Every new song you record is your favorite song, and that's what it is. Every new match is my favorite match. Oh, look at this! I did this way better on this match. Until you do the next one, then you start realizing, oh man, I messed up on this. I should probably work on that. I messed up on my drop kicks. I need to work on that and like stuff like that. So it's learning process. I mean, it's all fun.
Yes, it is. Also, you had a chance to work with your trainer AR Fox. Also doing um in there and as I think it was a six.
Yeah.
And yes,
Oh, that boy does his research. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only match that we've done officially. Done some practice stuff. But yeah, that was cool. Seeing how his brain works. And even now whenever I put matches together, sometimes if he's there, if it's for Thursday Night Live, I ask like, hey, what's your input on this? And he'll say, well, does it make sense? Why are you doing this? Is this move bigger than the other one? Like stuff like that. And it like it all puts in perspective. And then you finally out there and you're working the indies and you're kind of like, oh, this is what he means. Oh, this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Like he always say, he said this to me a lot. You're a cool dude, so look cool in the ring. And it's like, it makes sense, but it doesn't really click until you look at yourself in a West Bumblefuck of Alabama, and it's like, oh, I'm looking pretty cool in this ring. And it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. It clocks.
yes. And I'm just hoping that WAA4 gets a WWE ID
Yeah.
sign pickup also. Definitely a working relation deal with WAA4 that would be good right there.
Oh yeah. Sure. I mean, I would love to be the first. Shoot, WWE, AEW, New Noah. I don't care. I'm ready to wrestle wherever.
Yes.
Like,
And Tony Khan has so many ones from WA4 on his roster. Like Lee Johnson is one of them also.
mhm,
A friend
yeah,
to the show, so he's finally getting his the push with his own faction and
yeah,
doing all right.
yeah, man. Couple of what's called couple of folks from top team like Terry and Jay Lucas. They've been on Ring of Honor. They're pretty they're like pretty regular on GC. So like, I have a lot of people to look up to. Grayson Pierce just got on GC Dub, and he's like one that I talk to more. Out of like the alumni that's coming out of the force. So got a lot of people to look up to and really be like, okay, I see what you're doing, or I see what you're not doing. It's everybody's path is different, but it's definitely good to have guidelines or people to kind of like, cheat codes to kind of tap into, like, hey, how did you get on this? Or hey, can I come with you to this place? Stuff like that. So
All
yeah.
right. Awesome. Also, you've been working with Christian Pierce. What was like working with him?
Oh, Christian, man, he was really cool. I in the short, in the time that we had to really put it together and really like work out what we were doing. That was kind of like my debut at Pro South, and almost like a tryout to see like, can this kid hang? And I'm happy that I was able to, fulfill what they wanted in that match, and get like, make it be a good opening of the show. And he definitely liked it. Booker's definitely liked it. I liked it. I have a lot of cool highlights from there. So yeah, the match was cool. That was one that was kind of like, okay, cool. I think I understand it. So
Awesome. What's your thoughts with with a lot of wrestlers also having music background um and R&B or rap or pop or any other genre? What that means? What's your thoughts of that also?
I think two things of two things that can help with being a wrestler, especially nowadays where like social media is important. Um Promos, just like having a character to latch onto um is either coming from a performative background or coming from a some type of sports or fighting background. I think all of those are important because, like, for me, I've been performing on a stage since I was like 12.
Mhm.
Actually, more than that. Since I've been singing, I've been performing on stage, I've been in band, chorus, dancing. I did a couple plays in high school. So being in front of people never really bothered me when I knew how to like when I know how to turn the switch on and off. And with a lot of folks that have that ability, you see it and you see how they're able to kind of maneuver and turn it on and off. And those are the ones to me that become such like, big players, because it's like you kind of understand it, like what sometimes what isn't necessary to be taught are the things that, like, or not even necessary to be taught. Sometimes the things that are harder to be taught are the most like simple things of just how to take in the moment, how to look at the camera, how to, like, even with promos, you see a lot of guys that kind of just walk around in their promos, or they're just in like cars, and you know it's cool. I understand not everybody have like cool places to do promos in. I just happens to have a studio, so I'm like, oh, I could just put my phone up and the background matches the image. And kind of went on a tangent, but the yeah, so musical background, I think it's cool because it just gives you that extra confidence. Oh yeah, I'm not new to the lights, I'm not new to the stage. And that's honestly what I think of it as, and that's where the pop star gimmick came from real life. Like, that's really what I am, that's really how I embody like what a lot of folks that a lot of wrestlers, the only time being in front of people or performing in front of people is when they're wrestling. If I'm not wrestling, I'm performing. Saturday, I have a performance as an artist. If I'm not performing, I'm DJing. If I'm not DJing, I'm working on music. Like, and so it's always constantly. I'm constantly always working on the craft of being in front of people somehow, some way. Then with the fighting background, just knowing how to like it's a joke, but it's not that a lot of wrestlers never got punched in the face for real. And you gotta be able to like take it and just go with it. You have to be able to just like I don't want to say not be so sensitive because everybody's sensitive about their craft, but it's like it's a physical sport. It's for me, I call it performance art because yes, it's art, but you're really taking in the pain, and you really have to know how to just take the pain. And um, also making stuff look like making stuff look and just kind of like you can separate the BS from what is like
Right.
real. And one of the things I like hearing is like when somebody say, "Hey, your tornado kicks or your kicks look so good," and it's like, yeah, because I really be kicking. Like I can't not make it look real. I'm really kicking.
Right.
So you know,
Yeah, it's like an example like Speedball Mike Bailey.
yeah,
Yeah, he's amazing how he uses martial arts and MMA background for pro wrestling.
yeah. He's another one. I'd be like, dang man, I'm I'm glad you got to the Karate Kid gimmick before me because I went crazy. I'm Bruce Leroy in that thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I just remember even Ernest Miller had that you know martial arts background when he was with
Mhm.
the WCW with the wrestling, and he went well with his even with his his James Brown gimmick also, and it got so much over. Um,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, man. I definitely think a lot of people like gimmick should be an extension of you. There's the Undertaker or like Kane, those folks where or the boogeyman or whatnot where they're so like far out there, but
hmm
then yeah, where it's there, but
you must be breaking up
those
right
are the
here.
ones. Oh,
Yes.
are we good?
Let's see. S- Still having it. Let's see.
How about now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like the
Yeah, frozen up again. Let's see. Let's see right here. Let's go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got technical difficulties right now. We're trying to get Vaughn back on. Let's try again. Yes, we
Hello?
back. Yes, we
Yeah,
back.
man. I don't know what happened to my computer, but
Yes,
it just it is what it is.
yes, it happens. Yeah, with sometimes with StreamYard also
Yeah.
from the beginning. Yeah, I had to convert from once Blog Talk Radio ended right there. So StreamYard has been my home for the last 8 months now.
Right. Let me
Yes,
see. All right.
yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button, smash
Yes,
that
sir.
like, and that's subscribe to the one of the top wrestling sources and for indie wrestling future wrestlers or legends that come on the show for their just to talk rant and rave or in communicate with if with fan engagements. So we're back. Yes. Mm, do you have any ambitions of going to places like Japan or Europe?
Oh yeah, man. One of my biggest goals, if I don't ever get into the E or ever get into AEW, um, my biggest goal is Japan. Whether it's Noah, whether it's shit DDC Pro, whether it's New Japan, like for me, it's always been either like WWE or New Japan, and um, just to be able to like go across the world and do what you love. That's like something to me that's just like I said, if I never make it to WWE, I'm cool. I can retire there. Like so, yeah, definitely. Oh, I want to go to Japan, man. Europe too, but like Japan is always like just being me having family out there, being that like I know more about that scene than I do about the Europe scene and whatnot. So yeah,
Yes, it's just so much interesting things in Japan.
yeah,
Even they got the best meditation centers. The dojo, the wrestling dojo
yeah,
is
yeah,
amazing right there. To learn more wrestling craft or even mixed martial arts.
mhm,
And it's I heard so many good stories out of a lot from a lot of talent that's in Japan or been there before.
yeah.
Yes. Also, mm, what type of music artists you listen to um in the days new or from the or the past?
Oh, well, I mean, if you just like scroll through my Instagram, you can see I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. I lean a lot into the Michael, the Prince, the Jimi Hendrix, all those guys. I mean, even the Freddie Mercury's, like all those guys from the past that just embodied what it was to be like a megastar.
Mhm.
Definitely. Um, I listen to Kendrick, Drake, of course, J. Cole, The Weeknd, I Taylor Swift. I listen to a lot of people, man. For the most part, though, I find myself listening to a lot of indies, a lot of like non-mainstream stuff because that's kind of what inspires me to go in and dabble and work on like just finding out. Oh, this is a cool sound. I like things like that. Like I feel like not a lot of mainstream music has been like really inspiring, and you kind of get sucked into that. Oh man, I gotta do this that sounds like this, and that's not really me, but I really want to try this, and so just I listen to whatever makes me feel happy at the moment. So my playlists go crazy.
Yes. And yes, there's just so many out there. It's just amazing. Even in a lot of independent artists, and I remember Chance the Rapper was one of those type of artists that had his own label, just like Lil Boosie, right? Also, and Boosie actually also both of them overcome come to that they can be they financially secure, and they have their own agenda, more freedom than these corporate mainstream music labels.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it, once you kind of start like getting into the know abouts of like what goes on, as far as labels versus independents, what are you willing to give away, um, as far as like rights, whether it's your masters, your publishing, whatever. Um, you definitely tend to like. I feel like independent is not for every artist, and label is not for every artist, and then there's ones that is like somewhere in between where
Mhm,
some form of label support is great.
mhm,
But like say for artists like me, where a lot of the stuff I do it in house, I produce most of my own stuff. Um, of course, I work with other producers or whatnot. Started, bouncing ideas as far as writing with a lot of other folks, but for the most part, like all the final stuff comes back through me to where it's like, okay, I don't need, I don't need the label to find producers for me. I don't need the label to do this. I don't need a label to do that. However, promoting, stuff like that, that can be like, okay, cool. I need that. So if we can adjust the deal to where it's less of this and more of that, and by you not worrying about this over here, I can keep masters. I can keep like those type of things. Um, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Um, but like I said, it's kind of what you sign up for, in my opinion. Get
yes,
a good lawyer.
yes. And I remember having one of my previous guests in the past, Maya, and she was so excited being an independent artist, leaving the major labels and having more freedom, and she didn't want to um, she had more creative control over her music and image, and she felt like that she didn't want to become something that she's not. With her old past label, and there's a couple also like that too. Macklemore, and he's now independent,
Hmm.
and he's been um getting a lot of views from going over international, and besides in the states, so um he's financially set.
Yeah, yeah, man. Sometimes like I said, everything's not for everybody. Um, being the big being the top guy in music is not for everybody, and not everybody's gonna get there. So at the end of the day, like yeah, you see like the whole flashiness of like the pop star or whatnot, but like for me, it's more of a embodying like, okay, this is who I am, and let's crank it to 11,000. but wherever I land, I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna be me everywhere.
Mhm.
And once I really did like really focus on that, okay, I'm gonna be me everywhere, then everything just felt like I don't really care how far it goes. I don't care, like, as long as I know that I'm me and I'm never changing, that's all that matters to me.
Yes. Mhm. Yes, it's just amazing how even on other pro wrestlers like even Julian Hard that time with WWE, she started having a singing gimmick,
Mhm.
and her she picked up a lot of views for iTunes and everything, and she started taking it more serious with adding even um her comics to the to her music
Yeah.
stuff, and like Joe Henry, so he's mm, so many people inspired by his music from the UK now all over. And
Yeah.
that's
That it's funny. John Injury, he's definitely somebody that leans a lot into it. And try not to be like you try to not to be like other folks. And
yeah,
I always come up with like ideas and I'm like, damn, Joe Hendry did it already. Or damn, yeah, like it's just like all these little things. I try not to um I'm inspired by what he does, but I also try to like still make sure that taken serious.
mhm,
Not saying he doesn't, but sometimes it can be very gimmicky. And like I said, whatever works for you. Um, I don't talk bad about people. So
right,
publicly, there's
yeah,
nothing to talk bad about. Like
right,
John's fire. He's doing what he's doing, and he's very successful. I would just rather be a little bit more serious on it.
yes, mhm,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
that is true. Yes. Mhm. Also, do you have a chance to watch the product of like um TNA, AEW, or WWE also during your besides after you do you work or do your training?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't watch TV as much as I used to. Even before wrestling, I kind of just put on my comfort shows and then go to sleep or something. But I watch highlights a lot. Things that I want to see, I'll watch it. I still watch the WWE PLEs. I watch AEW whenever I can. Um, TNA, I don't watch on a regular basis only because of it being on a platform, and I don't want to pay for stuff. But I do go and I support. I follow all of these guys. I actually subscribe to the New Japan app. Um, because the library is incredible. Like so much stuff I can go back to. So I feel like that's worth as far as me studying when I'm just chilling or when I'm at work or whatnot, and I can just put my headphones in, put my phone down, watch Prince Devitt 2009 or whatever. So yeah, I watch the product. I mean, you have to watch the product to understand what is being looked for, especially like when you go to these tryouts when like you can't not everything is just indies flippy, you know doing 3,000 flips into a moon, into a splash or something. Not everything is that. Not everybody can do that, so you gotta know what exactly they're looking for, and how you could fit that into your character. Yeah.
Yes, that is true. Yes. Mhm.
Especially, I mean, I'm not a big guy. I'm short. I'm athletic, yes. I do do a lot of I do a lot of handsprings. a lot of tornado kicks and whatnot. So I kind of look for those folks that are already on like a Leo Rush, like a like a Will Ospreay, um, which Will he's a bit bigger now, but before he wasn't. He was pretty skinny. Um, like a Kenta, Brian Danielson. Um, who else? Casey Navarro. Um, from TNA. He's another dude that's pretty dope.
Right.
Man, I'm losing my train of thought. What's his name? He's in NXT. Does the cardiac kick? He was part of the Rascals. Dang, this is gonna bother me. Um,
Wesley.
Wesley, yes,
Yes, another
Wesley.
former alumni to the show.
Yeah, yeah, like those guys. They're not the biggest, but they definitely still hold weight in their respective brands. So
Yes.
yeah. So
And I really think that wrestling is coming is on a higher level than before in 10 years. It
oh
seems like getting to that point that we could have um similar to the attitude era right there between these companies and it's a higher demand out there.
yeah, yeah. Like one thing that I really do like that while you still have the folks that are like the big muscled up jacked up folks, um there's there's growing up in a time where WWE was like the only thing, um you couldn't really I couldn't really see myself as a main event person if I wanted to wrestle back then because of me being smaller, me being black, like all those type of things. Like I knew I wasn't gonna be a freaking 6'5" jack dude. I knew that.
Mhm,
So seeing like AEW focus on more of the technicality of wrestling, while it may lack in like the overall like storytelling or like the other things production wise, while it may not lack, their wrestling is for the most part always top tier. And
mhm,
seeing companies like that, seeing what how TNA is like the roach of wrestling, like TNA survives everything.
mhm,
Um, basically seeing where like there's so many places that there's so many ways for wrestlers to get paid and to make a living and to even on indies and whatnot to where it's like okay cool, you don't have to just be one thing in wrestling. Wrestling's a variety show.
mhm,
There's so many other things that you can do, and I like that there's options, and I also like that but of course under Triple H, like that WWE is for better or worse for the other companies, WWE is expanding out. Like
mhm,
14-year-old Vaughn would have went crazy if I saw TNA on NXT. Like that's freaking blows my mind to this day. Like, oh my god, an
mhm.
NXT superstar is a TNA champ. That's crazy, Like,
Yes. Mhm, mhm. Yes. Also, would you like to plug any upcoming shows or any other things for the viewers out there?
oh, for sure, yeah. So next Friday, DWA, that's Dynamic Wrestling Association here in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, we're having a show in Alpharetta called that's crazy, Friday night main events, and um have that Bruising Infused 7 DWA coming sometime next month. Um that's a company definitely to look out for. Like it's where we be going crazy there. We have the MLW World Heavyweight Champion. My best friend Cruel is part of DWA. Yeah. Then um as far as wrestling, those are like kind of the upcoming things that I know I got going on. Um, as far as music, I have a performance on Saturday. That's gonna be pretty cool. I haven't performed in the past couple months, but that's gonna be really cool. Definitely got new music coming out. I'll say just stay tuned to the Laflare show. Stay tuned to my page. I post pretty much everything I do. So
Awesome. Yes. Fans, check him out. Um, on his social media pages and also YouTube or his other networks also.
yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Vaughn, you can come back to the show anytime.
Sir.
It's an honor for you to be on Wrestling It Factor Radio.
Thank you for having me, man.
All right. And you have a good night.
You too.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time and we'll catch you on the flip side. Smash that like, and subscribe to Wrestling It Factor Radio. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Wrestling It Factor. Wayne B, I got this. Let's go. No cap, no gimmicks. It's a May show. Ringside pop when I drop that blow. Belt on my waist like chrome on chrome. Tell me what you think, feeling like RKO. Niggas like I'm Randy Orton on hard ass pavement, yo. No scripts, no gimmicks, just engagement. Street slam heat shit, that's pop. See that girl on fire. Kiera Hogan, slide kicking bitches like Hulk Hogan knows best. I'm top tier, no time to rest. Mic in hand, I'm built for press. Backstage fire, I walk with heat. Swerve through smoke like I know face to feet. No tap outs, just gold I collect. Trap ring queen, I'm next. I'm in the ring where the legends roam. Trap ring queen, this is my throne, bitches. Top rope jump, now your cover's blown. Mic drop hit like a grindstone. Wayne B lit and now the crowd just flex. Bar for bar, I demand that check. No tap out, I rise from Rex. Trap ring queen, I'm next.